Ask Tom on Home Show.
Dennis from Tomball has a question about sound insulation.
Yeah, he bought a new house, Tom, that's not very private, as it turns out, with his privates. So here's what Dennis writes to us. I bought a new construction home, and it has foam insulation on the exterior walls, but it has no insulation in the interior walls, which is probably pretty standard, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so sound travels as a result all through the house, and if you're in the bathroom, everyone can hear what you're doing. So if you're in, and so my question is, he writes, since the insulation is sprayed on the inside of the roof, will adding blown-in insulation in the attic help this, or do I need to put insulation in all the walls to get some privacy? What say you?
Well, my snarky comment is, yeah, if you put insulation on the floor of the attic, it'll help you if you're in the attic. So you won't hear what's going on in the bathroom.
You're right, that was pretty snarky. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but that's not the problem, right? So the real point here is insulation is not a soundproofer. So you don't insulate all the walls in the house for sound. You don't do any of that. When you're building a home and what you worry about bathrooms, and bathrooms are a big problem, and they tend to be placed just randomly wherever the guys can find space, but people don't consider the pipes, the shower noise, the water running, the toilet flushing. People don't consider the residual noises from all the fixtures that are in a bathroom, and they tend to be put in some bad spots sometimes. And once you buy the house, it's hard to move the whole bathroom. So you're probably going to be stuck with it at this time. But I can tell you, trying to insulate, insulation it can be used in soundproofing, but it's not the reason we insulate homes. We insulate them on the outside of the building envelope to save energy costs. And that's the only reason we do it. Nobody's ever said insulate the whole house so we won't hear somebody in the bathroom. It just doesn't come up. So if you ever get to design your own home or you're buying a new one, take a good look at that and literally just flush a toilet and go have somebody stand on the other side of the wall and hear what happens. It's not unlike you putting the kids' room above the master bedroom, and every time they get up to go to the bathroom or something, you can hear everything that's going on upstairs because it's placement. People don't realize that one-story homes actually that are spread out more are quieter than these two-story, three-story boxes that are all stacked on one another.
What he said is true. We live in a house on the west side of Houston that was built by a major home builder who built many homes on the west
Yes.
side. My wife says, stop saying who built it. Anyway. so
nobody remembers. Actually, that's like saying Johnny Carson now because that's so long ago.
Right, exactly. So
nobody understands who the heck Johnny Carson is.
Well, his company is still building homes. I'm not sure how engaged he is in
I
it,
had no idea. Okay.
Yeah, they're still at it.
Yes.
Anyway, but in our living room downstairs, where the guest bathroom is upstairs, it's like they went out of the way and ran the pipes between the walls right there. And if you fill a sink, if you run a shower, if you flush the commode, you hear it coming down that wall. So you're exactly right. And there's nothing you can do about it. But more to his point, sound traveling through the house, Tom, is insulation going to do something? Or does he, to really get it, you'd have to do offset studs and stuff to really stop sound from traveling around the house, wouldn't you?
Well, in the construction business, what you do is offset the studs. You use a soundboard on the noise side, but that doesn't help with the plumbing. With the plumbing, you have to insulate and the pipes really well, super thick, so you don't hear it. One of the beauties of the new PEX pipes, they're actually much quieter than the old metal pipes because they're softer. So that's an advantage somewhat. But as far as that goes, it's all in room placement and where you put this stuff, Charlie. Now, if you get into real soundproofing and somebody has a reason like you do in your studios, you know that can go up 10 notches of different techniques people would use in a sound studio to make a super quiet room for someone for sleeping or someone who's real sensitive or for something like you do in radio. But that's pretty unusual in just standard practice. Usually it's just play with the walls a little bit. Either separate the walls by a couple inches or like I say, do the staggered studs and do the sound board behind the sheetrock. That helps some.
But he ain't going to be doing that here. So buy smart.
No.
And fix up smart. go to HomeShowRadio.com, click on that blue Ask Tom button right there, would you? You can send us a video, you can send us a question. We want to help you out. So give us the information we need, including pictures. You can upload pictures there because Tom loves to, he's been, 30 plus years on the radio, degree in architecture. He's a former home builder. He can help you. And we're here to do that. And we post a new one of these videos every day at our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, of course, at HomeShowRadio.com.